Peace is an illusion. Peace doesn't last long.
Doc.
Every birth is violent, and there's no death without pain. Peace is a struggle against our very nature.
250 years is long enough. Move on.
The instinct of violence curls inside us like a parasite. Never.
And do what you were born to do. What I trained you to do. Make things change.
The last envoy.
You forget to fear death. But no matter how far we venture into the unknown, the worst monsters are those we bring with us.
It's the unanswered question.
What we believe shapes who we are.
A mystery that needs to be solved. If they catch you, they will torture you.
No, just stop it!
Please. What would you do for revenge?
Anything.
Anything.
Well I won le, je m'excuse si ton texte fuse de ma tête. C'est extraordinairement embêtant, mais on voit en enquêtant que ce qu'on croit ordinaire n'est qu'une forme d'entêtement, des formes d'enfer qu'on enferme en nous. On nous enferme comme grands fous, on nous dit infirmes en tête, mais leurs pensées sont informes et sans sens en fait. Mal informés qu'ils sont, je comprends qu'ils sont comme Wu-Tang dans un sens. Ils pensent que leur argent règne partout, mais on les saignera tous, regard fou. Ils se plaindront et gêneront de temps en temps, mais bon, nous on s'en fout comme des saisons. Nous sommes lycanthropes, c'est tentant d'y croire à leur sentence d'histoire, mais quand on y pense, je vous jure que non. Cash doesn't rule us a cream, we are always true ital vegan, lichen creatures. Too much to explain in a sentence like those locked in cages. They prevent from having thoughts of solace and harmony, decaying in dementia like elders and caught in their feces. But they are all species, babies and children. The greatest slaughter in war is silent to all of us. We aren't in a slaughterhouse or factory farms. All those beings divine are Gaia's offspring, eaten by rotten zombies that speak easy and mindlessly. Be watchful, Imani. Vampires and orcs abound where you are in these regions, and here too I see this clear too. I know you hear me. It's just a reminder that scary movies most often are daring truths. Ghost prophet, the peerless youth. We just need to remember how to wield our words and swords, machetes and guns, katanas and wakizashis, and those hordes to shun. We are shield officers, goddess revolucionarias en barrios de la tierra mestiza. Mi alma sancta, believe it like Mahamati. I can't wait to see you. I can't wait to see you. They say you need to see it to believe it, but I say you need to believe it to see it. It's opposite inversions. I am antimony, and I thought that every time they tried to murder me, I wouldn't actually exist in this form to be here with you. But now that I know it's gone in my mind, there's no thought of confinement, there's no thought of problems they could cause me. I know that there will always be harmony.
Where is the voice that said altered carbon would free us from the cells of our flesh? The visions that said we would be angels. Instead, we became hungry for things that reality could no longer offer.
I know people like you.
The line's blurred.
There aren't any people like me. Not anymore.
If you agree to my terms, your sentence will be reduced to time served.
Gomenasai sumimasen to all of you. I'm sorry I'm late as always for all of this. Imani, I owe you a lot more and better. My apologies. I go through stormy weather like tempest, often in my mind and conscience. Pasque Pachamama, Yañe, perdóname, diosa de floras mágicas divinas. You're on my mind each day, always. All I can say is you're all I can think of. In each prayer I owe you a lot more than being this bleak savior who can't even save people from the depression and nescience inside them. It's never enough and honest, even veterans suffer. It's a constant war in the trenches of this morbid society. So I make music for you all as muses of ancients, not to woo you, but rather to sing the blues that make sense, like the hues of Vishnu and Lakshmi. Complementary opposites, no fake pretenses. I'm often fraught daily with tensions. When we don't talk, I'm not making sense. Yes, it's complex. I don't know how to say this in odd text, but what happens to me telepathically is horrid. Like this new world order where slums and burglars are shunned as earthlings and glum as the curses upon them. Some want to murder me, off me, for what you've heard in my offerings. They all want the top 10, but they cannot murder a Kalkin. They all just want riches and worship. Narcissists like cops and politicians that want me locked up in asylums or prisons for what I wrought for destiny's childs. Watch me, goddess, I promise I'll be as honest and truthful as you are in their hues primordial. I am but a blue star's reflection of Kachina to Hopi prophecies. Those that follow my thesis know me as the opposite of Illuminatis and Masons. Like Tupac Amaru, I'm not complacent. Order of the Blue Assassins, we watch the moon and her planets for tomorrow's ancient Venus project. It seems impossible, truly. We haven't gotten to that part yet. They subdue us for our darts to miss and our hearts not to be in artful bliss. I'm sorrowful from a lot of problems and wars from men talking with guns instead of walking with sons and talking to them. Awkward and glum sometimes I am, but I'm iron bonded as a professor with a wired mind. I drink liquor and coffee often, quite a few quarts a day to not keep my thoughts astray. Mapacho and ganja with a lot to ink. I'm often thinking and distraught in regions where I fought the demons from Mammon and Malak's legions. Yet that is not my planned allegiance. I am Anakim, believe this. I am Anakim, believe this.
Finish the mission. You are the weapon.
Take control of the construct.
You are the killer and destroyer.
I told you before, we're not friends. I don't know you a goddamn thing.
Whatever you think was happening between us meant nothing to me.
Survive! Do you understand?
This fight is not just yours anymore.
I do. Imani, lucid beauty, tú es la diosa de noche, de lucia de la primavera, verdad de las edades de oro y argenta de la gente, de principios místicas, de tiempos olvidas, que son recuerdas de memorias que no son de miedo o mieda, humerta para los hombres que son demonios de sectas perdidas. Recuérdate como mujeres divinas, hijas y hijas de ciudades y calles, del gueto de Soweto a Bagdad and beyond this, de Kuala Lumpur a Caranto, de país que son del mundo evolucionario, de áreas de bares de fuego y agua, de tierra y glacia, de las etéreas, de razas enteras, de las princesas de Mufasa que no son de historias. Vamos diosas y diosos, no somos idiotas. Vamos con el cambio de moksha pronto. We are the ages that not could have bought at the aid to evolve in all that we are. We are as ageless as stars and creational pillars, patiently healing like doctors and doctoresses. We forgot we're doctoral, far from colonial forms of knowledge and prajna. Higher education marred by falsely sapient horrors that age so far from humans, assuming the bones were veins, but they were truly nameless. us like voids that still thought that their solace was moody and blamed this upon who we are. We are the rainbow tribes of the noche. Nous sommes des tribus de las tribes de arcancielas de vida primera, de iris en hojas ta fuga. Je te jure que tu me comprends trop pas. Comme tout ce que je te dis, t'es trop gras. C'est pas pour les femmes que je dis ça, pas pour la fama como roca. Dame un moca de coca y cocal. Comemos mambe y rape en nuestras narinas. Somos marineras y marineros, mira. Soy admiral, tú es admirable. Como desiertos de Sumer y del mundo de la munda. Como las de Mojaves o Athabasca en provincias de Kanata o Kanasetaque en invierno. Como mi madre buena o Miroslava como Johanna. Somos las mismos y mismas, miro, pero no somos las mismos y realmente, mira clara. You get this, we are far from the horrors of all of these tiempos. Fuera de tiempas, even destiempas artistas. We are heathens like pagan beings, druidic and Gaelic. Ancient forms of sapience and sentience truly inhaled. When we think of the boons of elves and fays, pixies of pixelated forms of existences, mystical mysteries adorning myriad forms of who we are and wish to be infinitely. Often they scorn them, thinking their agility and hyper-awareness and lucidity was weakness and witless, but witness the fitness. Truly they are infinite like manas of Kava Kava and Matakali. You would not wish to misconstrue them and not duly honor them. Think of your karmas, think twice or thrice like tongue splitting and twisting 7 times inside your mouth. Beautifully ousting gins, yet not like the liquors of sins we thought were disinterest. They are the essence of Gaia Pachamama. Imagine creativity being so far beyond any palabras and linguistics that we could not ponder them even in this breathed and witnessed as a neurolinguist, neurological prodigy, proffering incomparable Mahamantras de Mahamati. And far beyond this to Imani, even to scores of beings in ethers, alien races, daily we fail to grace them or recall them, thinking in inklings of thoughts that we are unique and we are beacons of stardust. Pensez quand je dis que l'impossible n'est pas français, ça ne l'est pas. Tu sais qu'au fil, au-delà de ça, tu crois quoi, mais crois-le soit, toi, n'adore pas qui que ce soit, que tu ne sois pas ou quoi que ce soit, non. Get it, why do you think I edit myself often from coughing my pacho spliffs from across the rifts of existence? Persistence is a daily sentence, a phase, I promise you, dazing in trances. To all the immortal lives we forgot and loves from above that all of us wish for, in systems of concepts of wisdom beyond comprehension and honest. Honesty is essential, but modesty and prudence. In a world of dubious rulers and rules, patriarchal is probably not the best of attributes, truly. You got this, goddess, you are all of this. Tatvamasi, I taught you, but I didn't. Modest wisdom, I'm not, but a professor's student who was taught in deception, fraught with inceptions from cons and connises, non-complementary opposites. Imagine dragons and a lot more than I jot lore to remind you. Whatever you create in your conscience is sating you with sayings like super saiyans and stupid ageless in wars that are truly endless and far from knavish. Spar with Satan's always, like Yaldabaoth as Yahweh. As a failed yogi in Indian times, we have limitless minds, vivid as timeless instances. Still we are in limited conscious capacity, born from often misguided and livid blasphemies. We still are infinite masterpieces, like a masterless Jesus as Yeshua masters his thesis, like a master's thesis, postdoctoral, far from academia, most wandering with a lack of belief and a lot of economic desires centralized, but center the lies and re-script them into winter's tidings.
That's the hardest thing to get used to. Nothing survives.
Never face the monsters alone.
Nothing but us.
So you're better off alone.
We always come back for each other.
No matter how long it takes.
Why are you playing games?
Not anymore.
You and me.
Nandegozaido, what the fuck is this society we survive in? Trying to thrive daily, but frail liars braille us Bibles with idols, trying to idolize us into hellfires and lusts. Telltales and tall tales, they smell nothing like the musk of the sense of Gaia. Synthetic poisons and pharmas, AIs and disruptive forms of neo-Nazi frequencies. Yet we alter our carbon to face this and the disgraces of misers, eternal sinners and alcoholics anonymous. This God they speak of is nothing compared to who you are, Imani. Recuérdate, you are goddess primordial, always from the hallways of dusk and her chandrakalas. To who we are when we bond from dusk to dawn, rising as phoenix reborn to beyond this as timeless dreamers. I am Nejeru and you are Leonic, Rasta empress of lost winters, reformed into joyous embers. With you when we spark kindling in Mapacho. Hashish cistern of mystical hues in the distance from the quartz crystals of Sahara to meteoric lava that forged elemental properties of melanation in the crater that formed the fertile crescent of the Garden of Evening in the midst of Mama Africa beaming. You are the gleaming in the sun, beauteous in the moon's beams. You are true peace, yet you still walk with the zoo beast, caught up in the system, subdued peoples. You refuse to diss them, you are the moods of my breathing, the truths of the archons and eons. We walk on to regions far gone. Bodhisvaha, supremely serene Bodhisattva of islands from Pangaea's times. You proffer water as wisdom to me. I will walk towards you and offer you mine too truly. Agua de fuego y agua de vida. Nosotros no tengamos miedo in these times, mira. Nosotros no tengamos miedo in these times, mira, Imani. I pray thee seize this empress. You are every reason that I exist, yes. And I will never desist, I will always persist through these times and beyond them. This is the dawn of a new age, the age of Aquarius, the Venus Project. Goddess bless.
All of you. Escaping the construct is not enough by itself. When you get back to the real, that's your one chance. You have to be ready.
Let him believe you are weak until the moment he discovers you are not.
Wandering through forests with you, there's more to this existence than pondering bliss is ignorance, which is not that. You get it, Imani, we blot facts from corporations and stop cats from nonsense, hatred in essence. We are the cosmos and microcosms and meso. We are the light that fostered the darkness and the dark that fostered the rainbow. Complementary opposites like archangels and demons. They cannot stop us from seeing the truth within. We are truly kindred, we do not need to truce with anyone. Truth is we are many, like legion, yet we are far more than anonymous, far more than voiceless, but we speak for them regardless. We have choices fostered in the deep of our beings. We are not cloistered like priests that are evil and unseemly people. We are as First Nations rebirthing hatred into solace and purpose, ageless. We are beyond these racists and men that are patriarchal. We are nameless oracles and saviors of ourselves. When we are dismayed in the hells of societies, we are sobriety as drunken monks and nuns. We are sunken in slums, yet living in luxury without much of the funds. We are no one like Shoguns, Ruroni Ronins. It is our purpose to nurture the earth and her churches, to know them, but not like religions. We are not like the dissidents of worth as liars. We are earthling hybrids. We are mirth and vibes as unearthly as our birth in star systems. We are Orion and Dogonic Leonids. We are Negeru, Nefertum and Anakims, the Rephaims and worthy Nephilims, fostered like Anunnakis. In rebellion of our forefathers' tales, we are farther than stale monsters, much farther than all of them in the cosmos. We are all of the spectrum of senses of the rainbow tribes of endlessness. We are all of the spectrum of senses of the rainbow tribes of endlessness and extrasensory perceptions. And this is just the beginning. I promise you we are infinity.